Previously on Divorce Court.
You knew that he was encumbered with at least one baby mama.
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding that, I tried to explain that to everybody. I tried to be forthcoming, but after a while, that just got boring.
When he proposed to me, he did propose with the ring. Went to move the ring, and the ring fell on the floor, bounced twice into the air duct that was on the floor.
So you think she
I think
tossed the ring?
She lost the ring because she was having some other turmoil dealing with that she didn't want to talk to me about.
Well, that's because the ring was intended for somebody else.
Ah, the plot thickens. Stop.
I found pictures in his phone, and sure enough, the ring that I had, I seen on the baby mama's finger.
A lot of this baby mama drama started with a phone call.
With the phone call, yes, ma'am. He went to jail. I'm thinking he's finna ask me to help him get out.
What?
He called me and gave me a name and gave me a Facebook tag and said, I need you to get in contact with this person and tell this person that I'm in jail and she'll know what to do.
That was a sign right there because he was calling you from jail.
Calling me from jail. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I got in contact with this woman because he said don't ask questions. So me being the type of person I am, I didn't ask questions.
Okay, well, I don't know what type of person you are, but the last thing I'm gonna do is get a call from somebody in jail telling me to call somebody else and don't ask questions.
But nah, see, look, it's a catch-22 with it for me because I don't really remember numbers. Like, I don't remember nothing. I remember her phone number because she had her number for so long now, and that was the only person's number I remembered. However, at the time of us being in the situation that we're in, we kept going through so much. It was just like, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back. And at the time of me being with just her, when I'm with her, I'm with her. But when I'm not with her, you're free to do whatever you want to do. That's your life.
But even still, he told me that they were just friends.
Yeah, we always just friends. Like,
And
why
when
not
he
have
got
friends?
out, I found out it was more than that. Why? Because I saw another picture after I put my detective hat back on. Found another picture on
feel like
Facebook
that's
of
just
him
perspective.
kissing this woman's stomach.
I
The
feel like
same
that's just
woman he had me get in contact with when he was in jail, I find pictures of him kissing her and her stomach.
Wow.
And I'm
I
like,
feel like
oh,
that's perspective.
okay.
I beg your pardon?
I feel like that's just perspective.
But-
It's just how you seen it. And from the angle that you seen it at, it just seemed like it was something more than
How?
what it was. Like, what you mean
You were
how?
kissing
Like,
her stomach and you told me there was
Mr.
nobody
Collier,
else.
were you kissing another woman's stomach?
Yeah, for sure. I was happy that my child was being born.
And I
Okay.
had no idea about this. None.
It was none of her business to know, though, because we're not even in a full relationship. Like, we're figuring things out. And in the moment of us figuring things out, I'm not asking you to tell me your
can't
life
figure
story
out if I don't
through
know
thick
the
and
truth.
thin.
So in
Right.
other words, that was something that you left out of the narrative when you got back together with her.
No, it wasn't even just necessarily left out. It's just seeing that she had a unstable past, and it's like, I can't depend on you to be there for my emotion, my stability, when I see that you barely can be there for yourself.
But Mr. Collier, you could depend on her to call your baby mama to get you the
Yeah,
bail
for sure,
money.
because I know your phone gonna always be paid. I know that for sure.
Well, it's about when he told me. He lied about it at first, and then he finally told me about a week
on now.
later
See,
about
y'all
what
keep
it
saying
actually
lying, not
was,
saying it,
and that she was
lying.
That's
pregnant
called the
again.
lie of omission.
Lie of omission?
He
Yes.
tells you what he
It's-
needs.
The
to
lie
tell
of
you.
commission is when you say, I'm wearing a blue jacket, because you know you're not wearing a blue jacket.
Okay.
A lie of omission is pretending that you're not wearing a jacket and just leaving that out of the narrative.
But
But we can
Judge,
see, it's like, we both got eyes.
but
And
Judge,
guess
he
what?
told
That's
me.
exactly the point.
Right.
Told
She could
me
tell.
a week
If
later.
you can tell, then why you making it seem like I gotta work all this extra hard just for you?
you
like,
should have been honest.
look,
But he
it ain't
told
even
me
about
a
being
week
honest.
One at a time,
later. He told me a week later, and then come to find out she was pregnant again. Again.
Bold.
Yes.
It was just a smooth double take. You know what I'm saying? I was.
Yeah, she was 7 months pregnant though. Not to mention, she was already a full 7. I saw a picture of them at his auntie's party that told me a party I could not go to. His family had a whole party. I dropped him off to the party. And I was like, why can't I stay at the party? He said, oh no, it's just family. Same night, I saw the picture of him wrapped around her. She clearly pregnant.
That's not
clearly.
family, right?
And
She's
she
not
was
my
a
child,
full
it's family, right?
7 months pregnant, and I still had no idea about this baby. I keep finding out on social media because he'll tell me enough just to say he's not lying, but
So-
it's not the whole truth.
So let me get this right. Like, she's family now. Like, she's having my child. That makes it more so family than anything.
And you
So-
didn't think it was necessary to tell the person that you are living with
Not at all.
That you were going to a baby shower for a whole nother woman that was having your child?
For sure. Like, I didn't think that was a liable information to give her at the moment.
That is
like,
foul.
Why everybody foul? Oh, we're not playing basketball. That's not foul. Like, no. It's me figuring out, like, all right, cool. I can either tell you this and see how you react to it.
You lied to me.
Or I can just let you know, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm about to do.
So, Ms. Thomas, you do understand Mr. Collier just told you who he is.
Yes, ma'am.
He did. He just told you.
Judge.
So believe him.
What do you mean?
No, you just explained to him exactly
who I am.
No,
That's
no,
saying how I
It is telling her exactly who you are.
Okay.
This is your character. This is what you value.
No.
So live in that. That's fine. I'm no judgment. This is who he is.
It is. But here's the thing. I know.
Sir, you just said exactly who you are. Members of the jury, did you hear
No,
him say
speaking
exactly?
off of perspective
No.
of who I was at that
I'm not.
moment.
No.
So
I'm talking about what you thought at the time, how you acted at the time, and now your attitude about those actions. You just did this. I didn't even interrupt you. I just let you talk. You heard him.
I did. Yes,
You lived
Judge.
through the actions, and you heard his explanation
Yes,
and
Judge.
his mindset on why he committed those actions.
Yes, Judge. But I feel like everybody...
Now, tag your it. Because you know, there's a whole lot of people that talk about what they didn't know. You know everything.
So even with the bad, I still can't dignify no good in this situation? Like,
No, I never... Mr. Collier, you didn't hear me say anything about you didn't have any good. I just pointed out that you explained who you are, what you think.
I feel like that's who I was, though, because even still in the same sense, we talking about past information that's happened and how I perceived it and how I went about it. Now I feel like I'm a lot better. However, she ain't gonna let that down. She ain't gonna let that die. So if this is who you see, this is who you gonna get.
I don't know how you were raised, but you were clearly raised without self-esteem.
I didn't know what else to do. There was nothing of me left, so I latched on what I knew of him. And I tried to be there for the kids, and I still do for the kids. They deserve that kind of mother that I had, and they don't have that mother.
One of those mothers is willing to join me here in the courtroom.
So basically, everybody just getting up on me today, huh?
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I do understand a little bit of to where he's coming from. I can't put it all on him because I knew, but I also love him. He wasn't dealt the best hand in life, and I feel like everybody needs somebody
Are you trying to be a savior, or are you trying to be a wife?
Who gonna save me?
Excuse me, I'm talking.
You right. My apologies. My apologies. You got
Judge, I don't know, Judge.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how you were raised, but you were clearly raised without self-esteem, and you were clearly raised without self-confidence. Because anybody that put up with that, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You speak your opinion. You speak your opinion.
I knew, like, it was a part of me that felt okay with being on the side, you know, because I didn't feel like that's what I deserved, but even still, I still love kids. I was working with kids at the time, so I was just thinking about it like that because I didn't want to be by myself at that point. I had just gone through heartbreak, and I had just told him. So for the person that I told about my heartbreak to break my heart in the same way, I didn't know what else to do. There was nothing of me left, so I latched on what I knew of him. That's just what I did, and I tried to be there for the kids, and I still do for the kids. But it's like his baby mama want to use them as a pawn. It's always she should have did this or she should have did that. You are their mother. I'm not obligated to do anything I don't want to do, but I still do. I make sure they got clothes. I make sure they got food. I make sure they play. I do all of that. So how am I the villain? I'm still helping both of y'all, but y'all got to get it together. That's not my job. I didn't have kids, and I knew I didn't have kids because I wasn't ready. I didn't have them. I don't have them now because I wasn't ready for that. But I was very well okay with at least learning with his kids. But if you're going to continue to demonize me and make me the bad person for trying to help y'all when y'all already need help with y'all kids, how am I wrong for that? How do I still become the bad person?
And why do you accept it?
That don't make sense, though. Like,
Nope, I'm listening to her.
Because I don't feel like they
close.
get what they need from their mother. The kind of mother I had, they deserve that kind of mother that I had, and they don't have that mother.
Okay, well, one of those mothers is willing to join me here in the courtroom. Ms. Stevenson, I'd love to hear from the witness.
So basically, everybody just getting up on me today, huh?
Well, you're anticipating that. That must be something that you know that I don't know.
I don't know. It just seemed like everybody going to get me today.
Well, I haven't asked one question yet of Miss Stevenson.
Come on now, you heard that walk. It sounded like she finna get it to me now.
She walked down the steps.
Hey, it sound a little strong. That's all.
Then that means you know something that I don't know.
I feel like everybody got a little ignorance in them.
So somebody's scared. I'm looking at two beautiful ladies, and I'm trying to figure out for the life of me, what in the ham sandwich?
I got pregnant, and I thought that it was going to be a good relationship.
So I was just enjoying myself, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't into no real
And the
relationship.
next option was for there to be a polygamous relationship because he wanted his cake and wanted to eat it too.
Actually, I brought it up.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
Miss Stevenson, will you introduce yourself? Because everybody seems to be talking about you, and I'd love to hear from you. Miss Stevenson, introduce yourself to the court.
Hi, my name is Naomi Stevenson.
Hi, Miss Stevenson. Welcome to divorce court. Tell me what your relationship is with the litigants.
Mr. Collier is my children's father, and Miss Thomas is Mr. Collier's ex.
So, Miss Stevenson, how many children do you have with the defendant?
Two.
Two.
We have
And
two.
how old are your kids?
4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time Miss Thomas lived with Mr. Collier, did they visit their father?
They did.
And was Miss Thomas involved at all with the children?
I guess my kids call her name, so.
So they know her?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you find out about Miss Thomas? I'm curious.
He went to jail, and doing some digging, we got in contact with each other, trying to get him out.
So in other words, you were the person Miss Thomas called to help with the finances to deal with the bail?
Well, no, at the time, me and Mr. Collier were dating, so.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I ain't gonna say
When
dating.
I got in
Dang.
contact with
What is a
her, I
date?
didn't know they were an item.
So in other words,
We were together.
y'all were together?
Yes.
But when we wasn't together, we wasn't together.
But because you was in jail. You
But-
wasn't with nobody,
All right then, so you understand what I'm talking about.
okay? You weren't with anyone.
I went, you know what I'm saying? I'm a free agent.
But ladies, I'm looking at two beautiful ladies, and I'm trying to figure out for the life of me, what in the ham sandwich would you put yourself in this situation for? Miss
'Cause they
Stevenson?
like turkey.
I got pregnant, and I thought that it was going to be a good relationship. And with finding out about her, I contacted her, and we talked, and I had a conversation with him afterwards. And I thought that at least me and him can build and actually have a family because we have children together.
And at
Okay.
that point, she made him block me on all social media.
And so you actually, Miss Stevenson, stood your ground and said,
Yeah, this is my man. If this is my man, who is she to you?
right,
If she's nothing, block her.
which actually
want
would have
to-
been my
I
response.
want to build a family.
And Mr. Collier, did you lead Miss Stevenson to believe that that family could exist?
Could exist, yeah. I say could exist. But it was more so of, I'm letting y'all know, like I see y'all flaws, I see mine as well. If I'm letting you know I see what you got going on and you still going about it the same way, why should I be a fool and be like, okay, I'll be the man you need, I'll be your knight in shining armor? Like, nah, y'all seem cool, but y'all ain't finna play me to believe that I'm the
There was
common
never
denominator in
any
y'all
games.
issue. Like,
There was never
nah,
any
like
games.
I ain't never put myself
So,
in
Miss
a situation
Stevenson, what was going to be the relationship? Because if you asked him to block her, and clearly he did not, he continued with the relationship, how did you navigate that?
I found out he went to jail again. I found out he had 2 of every account. He had several accounts. And with those accounts, I saw their messages, everything that was going on. And I saw that she was, in fact, not blocked, and they were still contacting each other.
So in other words, Mr. Collier, you were living a double life.
And then after
You had a
being
relationship
polygamous
here and you had a relationship
Nah,
there.
it wasn't
And
double.
his
It wasn't
next
double. So
thing
people,
was
like,
to ask us to all be
Nah,
together
nah,
in
so
a
how-
Wait, I'd like to hear this.
relationship.
I'm sorry?
There wasn't no double life. I had lost my phone one day, got locked out, so I had to create a whole new account for everything. And I ended up finding my phone. So I was like, well, shoot, might as well get a balanced life.
You are
That's
kidding.
called being in a double life.
Might as well get a balanced life.
You are
No,
kidding.
that's called having a double
Because
life.
you can't have the good without the bad. So you might as well have a balanced life. So I was just enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into no real
And the
relationship.
next option was for there to be a polygamous relationship because he wanted his cake and wanted to eat it too.
Actually, I brought that up.
But it's even
See,
still
it
like
was it was brought to me by them. It was presented to me. I said yes simply for the fact I don't even like females, but I said yes simply in order to keep him. Why? I can't tell you.
In
I
order
feel
to
like
keep
that-
my family, and he won't leave this lady alone, join in, I guess.
That's the attitude I had about it. I had the attitude of you'll probably never be the one, so you might as well be the side one.
So who am
That's
I not
just
to
the thought
cash
pattern
in on
I
that?
had.
Like,
But I
come
don't
on now,
have
like,
that
I felt
thought
like I was
pattern
in
now.
paradise. I felt like I was getting a win-win situation.
But it came at the cost of everybody else, and that's what you're failing to realize. It
'Cause
came
I
at the
feel like I
cost
already
of
paid the
everybody
bills.
except for you.
Y'all
the
live,
footwork.
ladies, y'all live in Georgia, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the man situation that bad in Georgia that you have to put up with this kind of mess?
No, not anymore.
Not at all. Not at all. Now that I've come to a better position,
Miss
not
Stevenson.
at all.
Is this the kind of life you want?
Not at all. I'm happy where I'm at right now.
I'm trying to figure out what in the world you two ladies want with Mr. Collier.
I wanted the family. I was stuck on a family, and I'm not anymore.
I was stuck
I'm
on
stuck on-
companionship with self-esteem issues, but Judge,
I just wanted to beat
I'm
up
here now.
everybody out of that.
I've come to my senses. That's why it's probably gonna be a no for me.
What's it probably gonna be?
It's gonna be a no for me. It's gonna be a no.
I have
it's-
news for you. If it's not a no,
It's gonna be a no.
I'm leaving. Miss Stevenson, I hope you have found somebody in your life that can help form the family that you want and will treat you with the love and respect you deserve.
And my children.
And your children.
And my children.
I just
And you
want
won't
to
have to
say
take
I
calls
do
from
I
jail.
do love your children though. Please don't ever get that
Even
misconception.
though-
I do love your
I
kids.
could tell
I do
because
I really
they
do.
ask about you all the
I
time.
really, really
and
do.
Like,
they've been
doing all
asking where you've been to. Like, I've never had an issue with you. My only thing was I didn't like how when
How
we
it
were
went
together,
on.
I
How
didn't
it
know
went
about
on.
you. So as woman to woman, I'm like, she gotta
Gotcha.
go. But talking to you, I realized that you're really
You
cool.
the problem.
You just
You're the problem.
And if I'm the problem, I'm willing
You're
to
the problem.
accept that. I'm willing to make the change I need to, but I only want to be with Aliyah. I only want to be with
I
my
have
son.
news for you.
And
If you don't run, Lord have mercy.
what?
If you,
I know we've been through it all,
and
I'm willing to keep going through it
okay,
with you. I'm willing to.
I want to watch this.
I'm really willing to. Please.
Get the popcorn.
I'm asking.
No. You don't put something on anybody's hand without them accepting. You don't do that.
I can say he has been miserable without you, and he loves you.
I know.
Ms. Thomas.
Will you marry me?
It's gonna be a no for me.
Ooh, thank God.
Say it a little louder for me so the people in the back can hear you.
It's gonna be a no for me.
When somebody tells you who they are, you need to believe them the first time.
She said she deserved it at one point.
I know.
But on the flip side, at the end, she said, you know, I'm not going to be insecure anymore.
Very much so. I'm very proud of the fact that she said that's gonna be a no for me. But you know that first time he called from jail? That would have been the time to be a no for me.
Of course.
He's such a prize. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I did say no to the proposal because I didn't think we were ready at that point, but we both were willing to start from the bottom and rebuild ourselves and start from getting to know each other, all thanks to Judge Starr for giving us another way to think about life, and we appreciate it. So thank you, Judge Starr, and we are hoping for the best.
Made in Georgia.